Music Production.
Yo, what is happening? We're going to go over Ethereum and Bitcoin here. Life has been ripping lately, by the way. We gotta love it. What's new? What's been happening? Thanksgiving here in Ontario, back in Canada. It's been a nice weekend, spending time with family and shit. Always nice. I'm going to trade school in a couple weeks here. Well, next week I start trade school. I'll be doing my first little basic stint of trade school for 8 weeks. So I'm going to be going a little bit heavier on the charts, more than I usually do or have been this year. But anyways, let's get into it. Ethereum. So we're looking at this resistance line here, and I'm using a downward channel because it seems to be holding up real nice. And as you zoom in further, like you go into the daily, right? You start to see like there's been many rejections perfectly in this zone, and it also, the bottom and top of this channel has been used as support and resistance on multiple occasions here. So I thought it was very interesting how it continues to play out this way. And now when we're watching Ethereum over here, right, daily time frame, we've been stuck sideways here. And we're kind of waiting to see, right? Like, look how many touches were here. 1, 2, 3. This took like over a month, right? So from June 15th to July like 13th. So yeah, 1 month sideways, bouncing in this area. And September 21st to, well, who knows how far sideways we go, but it's looking like similar to this, right? Are we going to get a bounce? We want to see us get some big volume coming in and get a bounce here. So then we got that low, high, higher, low kind of vibe going on. But if not, and the markets are looking a little bit fragile right now. Like, it does look like everything wants to make a dip. So if you're looking at Ethereum, I'd be looking at this trend line. Are we going to come back further down and test it? Now I do have this zone over here as well, which brings us to the 2018 highs, like near that area. So this is 2018, 2017 area where we spent a decent amount of time in that range. And that is from 700 or 800 to 1,000, right? So I got that marked all the way out. That's back in 2017, late 2017, 2018, right? It's 2022. Do we want to come back into this zone, really make that area our support and demand, which kind of lines up with this channel, right? We come right back in here, and maybe we spend some time just cruising right around here like this before we come back up. Now when we start looking at that from like again, who knows if that's going to happen. This is kind of what I'm just like drawing out, just to, it's what I think could happen and occur over the next few weeks and months. Now we'll adjust quickly. I've been just dollar cost averaging on ETH and Bitcoin. That's the only investing I've been doing pretty much since, I'd say, like around August. Yeah, that's probably when I was like started to like, okay, I feel comfortable really dollar cost averaging and shit. But even still, when we're looking at this is what could potentially happen. We zoom out, and it looks like that's just basically giving us a nice W reverse pattern. If so, that would lead us to a bullish 2023, right? We double bottom, that takes over, right, since 2021, over a year of a bear market, and then coming right back up. That would be interesting to see. But look at all this time we spent after this bear market, right? We spent another, like, this is 1 year, but then we spent another year sideways, right? 2019 to 2020 was pretty much a year sideways before we got a lift off. And then this was like late 2017 all the way until late 2018. So 1 year of downward. So right now we're about 1 year downward, just about. Now, whether this is the bottom and we're going to base around the 2017, 2018 highs on Ethereum, that's interesting to see, right? Right now it is pointing towards going down and testing that area. Massive bearish engulfing, another bearish engulfing. Big volume, right? Look at the bearish volume. It like trumps the bullish volume. So that is the case, right? But then again, just to point out once more, if we were to turn around, it'd be us holding this zone right here, right? Which would kind of look something like this. So that's Ethereum. Now, when we look at Bitcoin, again, right? Bearish bearish engulfing. Like so many push downs. Like it's hard, right? The bulls are not really standing up right now. Again, we look at Bitcoin on like a 3-day time frame, right? We zoom out and it gives you a more solid picture. This was a massive bear flag, right? It looks like this is what's happening right now too. Right here we have another bear flag. So that should lead us further down. Now it does look like we're eventually, we could get that tip, and it could be coming soon within the next few weeks where we dip down in the next spot, which would be similar to ETH. See how I did on ETH where it was like right around that mean point where we want to make it a demand zone. Hey, look how many times we touched this zone, right? See, we touched this zone many times since 2017. So much time from mid 2019 to mid 2020 in this zone here. So maybe we come back down in that range from 9 to 12. Who knows how long, but if so, gathering Bitcoin in that range would be mint. It would just be so mint, man. Oh my god. But that's where it does look like we want to dip to. So we're basically looking for like a massive capitulation event that should be happening soon. We'll see what happens, right? Markets always seem to throw a curveball, so I wouldn't be surprised if like there's a turnaround giving us that one last, oh my god, look, maybe it's now, and then we get smashed. Because it doesn't look like macroeconomically things are getting much better. So that's the ETH and Bitcoin breakdown. We're going to break down some other stuff in the next video. Peace.